So from our neutral position, 50-50, chin over the shoulder, I have an underhook, he has an underhook. With my hand here, up here on his lap, I'm going to make him step. If you see this leg here, a little pull with this one, I make him step. For this technique, I'm going to try and step around his leg. So as I pull this leg back, I'm not going to land it on the floor here like this. As I make him step, I step around his leg. I call it a sumo stomp, so as I pull in, I try and stomp behind his leg. If you notice how I am, my hips are glued to his leg. I'm not going to land extended like this. Again, position like this, I can get thrown. If he elevates my leg here, lift, exactly, he can throw me. So I'm going to pinch my knees and sink my hips. So if he tries to lift me now, I'm very strong. I have his hip, my hand in front, the inside hand is going to block behind his knee. And now I just sit into his butt. I'm going to drag him backwards. You see him step there, that's what he needs to do. When I block behind, just with the back of the hand, it makes it very hard for him to step. Sit into his butt. Go from this angle. So as I make him step with my lat pull, I step around his leg. I lock it in and I keep my hips closed. I don't want to be extended. I have his hip to stop him running away. My hand feeds inside here. If we rotate, I have his hip, I'm locking the legs, and I'm blocking this. If I just hang here like this, yeah, he's going to step. So I block, now I'm just sitting down. So one more. So I make him step, I step around his leg. I lock the hips, block that leg, and sit into his butt. So another option for my lat pull, when I lat pull again, I'm stepping around, I'm catching the hip. This time I can keep the tricep, I can chop high like this, I can double up and catch the hands, but my rear leg is going out straight to the mat. If we just walk forwards to the mat and I'm just hanging on the hip. So as I sit to my butt, he's got to follow. I don't want to separate. This grip here is very important. I'm locking into the hip. I'm halfway behind, straighten out the leg, heel to the floor, and just sink to the mat. Always trying to land on top, turning back in towards. I don't want to land and then start falling backwards. So with our lat pull, I'm pulling, stepping behind and catching the hip, extending the leg. I don't need to sweep this out. Again, I just need to block him. And I just sit to the butt. Locking that hip, drag his butt to the mat. So when we start using our lat pull, and I'm setting around his leg and I'm locking this leg in the middle here, he can feel he's not a good position. I've got the angle on him, I've got his hips, he needs to square up. Usually they're going to try to release this leg. They're going to step it out and put it up behind. Perfect. Now he's just walking into the knee tap. So from this locked position here, if he releases that leg and he steps behind, I catch that far leg. My underhook punch is high, and this is the direction I want to travel. Everything is pointing in the same direction. Feet, head, the tapping hand, and the underhook. Everything going in the same direction. I don't need to pull this, I'm going to run it, and I want to run past his legs. If I run into his legs, there is a chance that I land in his guard. If I run around his legs now, and I'm extended, he can Uchimata me if he elevates his leg. Yeah, exactly. So when I lock this in, and he releases that leg and steps back, I catch the knee, I punch high, and run past the legs. So I lat pull, I lock his leg, sink my hips again. I'm not out here like this. When he releases his leg and he doesn't like it, catch that leg. My underhook is punching high. Look, everything in the same direction. And we run past the legs. Stepping around, locking in, he steps out.